Mercedes-Benz M270 and M274 engine fuel injector and fuel rail seal replacement overview. Remove the fuel rail from the vehicle you're working on using the most current repair instructions. Remember, the fuel delivery system is under high pressure. Work carefully and be sure to follow all safety precautions. You will need several special tools for this procedure. You will need Mercedes-Benz Drift Tool Kit and the Mercedes-Benz Teflon Seal Installation Toolkit. This procedure will be illustrated on a single fuel injector and fuel rail seal. Repeat for all fuel injectors and fuel rail seals. To begin, remove the fuel injector retainers from the fuel rail. Gently lever them off. Pull each fuel injector straight out of the fuel rail. Be prepared to catch any excess fuel in a container. Next, using snap ring or needle nose pliers, remove the snap ring from inside the fuel rail. Using the drift tool, remove the injector O-ring and spacers from the fuel rail. Insert the drift and pull straight up at a slight angle to remove. Once removed, you will have one sealing O-ring and 3 spacers for each fuel rail injector port. Install the new spacers and O-ring onto the drift in order shown. Leave the top metal spacer off for now. Slide the installation sleeve over the sealing O-ring and spacers. Press the drift with installation sleeve into the fuel rail until an audible click is heard. The click confirms they have been pressed in all the way. Remove drift and then installation sleeve from the fuel rail. Install metal spacer into the fuel rail. Be sure the slot is facing out toward the snap ring. Place a new snap ring into the snap ring installer. Press snap ring into fuel rail until an audible click is heard. The click confirms the snap ring is fully seated. Once installed, visually inspect the snap ring to be sure it's installed correctly. Remove the top rubber O-ring from the fuel injector and replace it with new. Be sure the O-ring is properly seated in the groove. Next, slide off the injector dust seal and replace with new. Be sure the seal is properly seated in the groove. Using a dull razor blade, score the old Teflon seal. Then remove the seal using a small flathead screwdriver. Work carefully and do not damage the sealing surface when removing or scoring the Teflon seal. Clean tip of fuel injector using a dry nylon brush. Place installation cone over tip of fuel injector. Slide new Teflon seal over fuel injector tip into the groove. Install each fuel injector into the fuel rail, secure in place with retainers. Use the sizing tool to compress the Teflon seal on the tip of each fuel injector. Then reinstall the fuel rail following the most current repair instructions.